Good morning. This is a reflection on lesson 289 in A Course in Miracles, and it says, "The past is over, it can touch me not. The past is over, it can touch me not." Sorry if it's loud, there's endless laundry. This one, it's funny how things come into my awareness. I'll just speak for myself. I almost said hour, but whether you feel this way or not, it's basically just synchronicity. And I'm constantly just like, ooh, tickled by it. It's fun. This one, like I hear a lot of things, and there's a cat there. I already know, like in my own experience, that the past is a thought, the future is a thought, everything is thought. All suffering comes from thought. And what thought is like illusion, and thoughts are not a problem unless we grasp or hold on or try to make permanent what we're taking those thoughts to be. So this lesson on the surface, I was like, yeah, the past is over, it has no hold on me, or whatever the title was. Because, yeah, I used to ruminate on the past and think about the future a little too much, to the point where I was like, it kept me out of like my present experience, my present, like just being with what is. Because I was always like, like looking at the past to say, well, what happened and how can I learn from it and blah blah blah, and in the future of like, where am I going, what's next, and so that's all kind of not a real problem anymore. And I love to think about the past in terms of like just the, again, synchronicity of how everything, like the beauty of how everything in my past has led me to this moment, good or bad or whatever. So it's fun now to think about the past, but it then just goes away, Sometimes it'll come to me and I'll be like, oh, okay. And then sometimes I'll think about the future like, oh, it'd be cool if we did this or traveled there, but then it goes away, And nowadays my practice is, if I feel a resistance rising up to a thought, like the thought went, I don't know, coming through, and then it went, and then I'm like, oh yeah, what's going on with that thought? What is there to be examined? So that's kind of where I am now. But the synchronicity of this lesson was funny, because independently of having read this lesson, I kept thinking about the Diamond Sutra, which is a Buddhist teaching. And I don't know anything about Buddhism. I don't know anything about the sutras, the teachings that have been captured and documented. And yet this one, anytime somebody would say, Diamond Sutra, few and far between, obviously it stuck with me, like, what is this thing, And so I finally, I read it, and I was like, oh, it's beautiful. It really lines up pretty perfectly with the idea of this lesson, 289. The past is gone, it doesn't affect me, or whatever the title was, because it's just a thought, and this lesson was about seeing through the illusion that the past is anything at all, let alone something to be made permanent in our minds, because it was just a fleeting moment in our existence. And so the last few lines of the Diamond Sutra really sum up the whole sutra, pages and pages of it perfectly, just in this little final few sentences. And I'm gonna probably butcher it, but it's beautiful. I just want to print it out and make it permanent. Of course I won't, but it says something like the Buddha was like saying, and this is how we should see or contemplate our fleeting existence in this, or our conditioned existence in this fleeting world. Conditioned meaning conditioned, what we take ourselves to be, and holding on to thoughts and blah 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 blah. Like, what is this? Our conditioned existence in this fleeting world. And it said it should be contemplated like, it should be seen as a tiny drop of dew, or a bubble floating in a stream, or a flash of lightning in a summer cloud, or a flickering lamp, an illusion, a phantom, or a dream. I think I got that mostly right. Almost word for word, but that's a beautiful, like, yeah. There's no permanence in any of that. And I really liked the flash of lightning in a summer cloud, because what even is, like, even to capture electricity, what is electricity? Like, the flash, you can't like grasp even that. Like, with a tiny drop of dew, you could like hold it, and it's constantly just evaporating. There's no moment where it stays the exact same drop of dew. It's just constant evaporation, changing until it's and like a bubble on a stream. You're just like waiting for it to pop, you know, like it rose up probably from a fish. It's floating and then gone. And what even was it? What was it? It was nothing. The air inside of it is now everywhere. And yeah, the flash of lightning, and same with like a flickering lamp. Like, what even is that? Like, it's not even a thing. And so this whole sutra has a whole bunch of words, just like all of these videos. It's just a bunch of words. And words are just nothing. We take words to more than the pointers they are. And so there's always like different dimensions to things, different layers, lately I love to think of them as gates. And I know that's a Buddhist word too, but to me it's like, or trap doors. I love, everything's a trap door. Like how whatever we're all just a collection of processes. And whatever I am, it seems to be wanting to fall through all the trap doors, just like free fall. And what I think of, what's a fun, I think my washing machine keeps whispering to me. It's like making weird noises, whisper noises, like, pss, 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 pss. What is that? So I love to think about trapdoors as in like the image of like falling, not grasping. Wherever I look, just not grasping. I find myself grasping, or that little bit of zzz, the thought that doesn't pass through, or the idea that I really like, and be like, let go of that too, just let go, keep falling. And this image of almost like seeing a landing spot, like seeing somewhere to land. Like there's something that in the energy that wants something to feel a little bit permanent, like a soft landing, somewhere to like rest, even for a moment, rest in anything. And then as I get closer and closer to the landing, like almost like a sense of pre-relief, you know, that feeling of like an almost it gets so close, like reaches that point, and I'm like almost on the floor, see my feet about to land, and then I, at the very last hair of a moment, something in me is like, no, I don't want to land. And the trap door opens and I keep falling. And that's when I feel the, you know. So, okay, it was my husband. He's up. So that's what I mean by, like, even that, whatever in me recognizes, no, I don't want to land. I know there's something intuitive in me that loves impermanence. And in fact, it always has. But then I had to go through a lot of gates, a lot of trap doors where I did want to land and it fell, and it wasn't relief yet. It was like, So things have obviously changed in some way to now it's like tables are turned. I can sense like, oh, it might feel relief to land, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to land, keep going, and like, relief, in the fall itself. I don't know why that made me think of this, but the Diamond Sutra really pointed to like, even words are illusions, they're just pointers. No one should grasp onto the words. I even think he was talking about how even the Diamond Sutra, being a teaching itself, should not be held up as, because even holding that up as a teaching is an illusion. It's grasping, it's trying to make permanent the impermanence. And it's like, then what even are words? No wonder everyone should just want to sit in silence, you know. It's like there's nothing to be done, there's nothing to be said, and yet all the world's a stage and a play, and all of us are merely actors, and we're just having fun here, you know. So I love this stuff. Bye. Oh, look at my shirt. I got it at Ben and Jerry's on our trip. If it's melted, it's ruined.